Hi there, my name is Jawad Rashid. This is a data visualization I have created to showcase my skills using DataMaps and D3. I've created this dashboard from scratch using jQuery, Bootstrap, D3, and other technologies. In this dashboard, I visualize the population data for the world and specific countries. Let us explore this dashboard. There are different sections for this dashboard. The main section contains the world map, color coded based on population, and a legend to display the population and their colors. There is a year slider to explore the data. You can search. So let's get started. First, when we start this application, you can see that the map shows up. This world map is created using DataMaps, which is built upon D3 and TopoJSON. As I hover over any country, you can see the population. This is showing the world population in 2015, extracted from UN data. As you can see, I've collected the data from this dataset from UNSD, where each row contains population for a city broken down by countries. As you can see, there are 213 countries in this dataset for 37 years from 1970 to 2015. Basically, I exported this data in CSV format, imported it in a MongoDB database, and wrote up my code in Java Spring using Spring Boot, Spring Data, Spring REST, and Spring Security. I used MongoDB aggregation libraries in Spring to aggregate the data. Basically, I have aggregated cities data for a country for a year to calculate the total population for that country. Due to scarcity of the data, the country's data will not be accurate. So as you can see, some countries have very low population, where in reality they might have higher population. The reason being that the city's data for that country was less. Basically, I've aggregated cities data to calculate the total population for each country. As I update the year slider like this, the countries which have population data for that year are shown here. So, for example, if I go to 1998, I can go to Pakistan. It will show the map of Pakistan with cities data for Pakistan. If I hover over any city, you can see the population for that city. This makes it easier to understand. The radius of the circle is proportional to the population of that city. So, for example, for Lahore, I can see it's 5.143 million. For Karachi, it's 9 million. At any time, I can go back to the visualization. I can also search. I can even start an animation to show the population of the world over the years by clicking on this button. As you can see, this shows the population of the world over the years. At any time, I can pause the animation and explore the data more clearly, like going here, seeing which countries have the population data for that year, and going in more detail in there. I can even zoom in a country by clicking on enable zoom, using mouse wheel to zoom in and see the countries in more detail. I can go back by clearing At any time, I can view the data for population in a tabular form by clicking on View Data button here or the Data tab here. Let's use the View Data button here. Here you can see all the countries which have population for 2015. I can search for a particular country. Let's search America. And you can see that for America for 2015, the population was 91 million. I can even change the year from here, 2010, and I can see all the countries in that year. I can explore the data using pagination from below. I can show more entries. When I'm done, I can click the go back button or go to dashboard button. If I want to go into more detail for a country, I can search for that country. For example, let's go to Russia. This shows Russia zoomed in with population data for different cities for 2012. I can explore the data for this country only by clicking on the View Data button here. Now, as you can see, this table shows the population for Russia only, and I can explore the data as I did in country's case. I can search by city name, and I can go back to the country map. In the detail map, I can even change the year. This year slider allows to choose only those years which are available in the data. As not all data are available for every year, this year slider will only allow to select those years which have data in it. Let's go back to the world map. At any time, I can share the map with other people using link here. Another feature I added, which was not in DataMaps but I created it myself, was a color palette. I can choose the color palette for this map using the drop down here. So let's choose this color palette, and the map updates to show the world map in the color palette selected, and the legend updates too. I've used D3 version 4 and 5 color palette to change the colors of the map. If you like to send a feedback, you can use the email button here or just send me a message here with your email address and your message, and I will get back to you. This whole map is created using Bootstrap and its components. I've used other components and customized. For example, this is a jQuery plugin for pips which allows to show a legend. I customized it to be responsive. This whole website is responsive, so it works in mobile and different screens automatically. Similarly, I have customized this jQuery plugin to work with my custom data. I've used D3 jQuery plugins and Bootstrap components to make my visualization along with DataMaps. If you want to know more information about this dashboard, you can go to the Info tab. There's a nice summary of the dashboard here with a link to a blog post containing more information. I've added technical information in the blog post. I've added information about myself, including my contact information, a YouTube demo of the dashboard, instructions for using the dashboard, links to the data used in this dashboard. We have already seen that I've gotten the data for the population here. I needed supporting data sets in addition to this. For example, For example, I've used this dataset to get the country names, to convert from 3-digit ISO code to 2 alpha or 3 alpha codes. This helped me because in my dataset I only had country code in numeric form. In addition to this, I've used location data available from simple maps. This dataset contains location for many cities in USA. This allowed me to show population for different cities using their location information and population information from this dataset. Finally, for the world, I use Geonames dataset available freely. I used the cities 1000 dataset, which contains cities with population greater than 1000. I imported that dataset in Excel, processed it, and split the data for location information for each country. This allowed me to merge the cities data from this dataset with cities on map and show details on my map. You can find all the links in the about data section. Finally, there is a plugin section. I've used DataMaps, jQuery, Bootstrap, jQuery UI Touch Punch for enabling touch in mobile devices, Font Awesome for the useful icons. For example, these icons in the tabs, jQuery UI slider pips for the yes slider, easy autocomplete for the countries autocomplete dropdown, data tables for showing the data in tabular form, social share kit for sharing this dashboard with others, loading overlay, Lodash, D3 Legend, and D3. In addition to this, I've used MongoDB as my database and Java Spring for my backend and REST API. You can find the links for the dashboard in this video's description, along with blog post containing detailed technical information about this dashboard and more links. I'm always looking for work similar to this. If you're looking to create a dashboard for your business, you can contact me using these links, and I will be happy to discuss with you prospective projects. Thank you and goodbye.